Okay, now I've ranted on and on. Does anybody have any questions about the golden rules? All okay? All right. So internal versus external marketing. Who here knows what the difference is? Who knows what internal versus external marketing? Just a couple. Kind of. Okay, I will explain. There are different types of marketing and I will explain everything. But before I do, I want to explain that everything that you do in your practice is marketing. So going back to the example of the grumpy receptionist, if somebody answers the phone and is rude and blunt, does that affect your brand? Yes, it does. Does that affect your marketing? Yes, it does. Okay. Marketing is not just advertising. It's not just your website. It's not just your flyers. Okay. It's every single interaction that your team has with your patients and potential patients. Every single interaction. So it's every conversation. It's how you present your treatment plans. It's how you send your recalls. It's how they pick up the phone. It's how they open the door. Okay? It's how the hygienist is. Every single interaction. It's an example of practice in Sydney. Who asked me to come and have a look at their practice? It was 3 practices or 3 separate practices in one location. And they said, look, something's not working. Can you just come in and have a look at the practice? I went to the practice and, you know, from the outside it looked a little bit dusty and a little bit old, but that's okay. Walked through into the reception area and I saw a very uncared for reception area. There was the dead pot plant. There was the coat rack that was falling over. There was the laminated turn your mobile phone sign laminated to the wall. There was the dusty couch. There was the old cushions. The best bit or the worst bit of the practice was that there was a hole in the wall where the door had been opened. Okay? What do you think people thought when they went to this reception area?
Old and tired.
Old and tired. What do you think they thought about clinical skills of the people working there?
Probably old and tired.
Probably old and tired. Guess what happened when I walked into the treatment rooms? Guess what I saw? Old and tired? Any other ideas? I saw the latest technology. I saw the best of the best chairs, you name it. They had the lab at the back, beautiful. No money had been spared. Think back to the patient. Do you think the patient was sitting there going, I bet they have got the best technology? No way. Okay? Everything is marketing. Everything in your practice. Every person, every communication, every interaction. So when I asked you earlier, who is responsible for the marketing in their practice? Okay? Who? Everybody. So again, please go back to your practice tomorrow. If there's something that you think is not right, if there's something that you think is affecting your brand, is there somebody in your practice that you know is not really doing you and your brand favours, you need to address it. Because the reality is I can spend 3 days talking about bright shiny objects and bright shiny things that you can do to market your practice, but if the people in your practice are ruining your reputation and ruining your brand, there is no point in doing anything else. Okay? And if your practice does not look authentic, does not look like the way that you're trying to present yourself, you need to start looking. So marketing is everything in your practice. So internal versus external marketing. External marketing is quite simply everything that you do to attract new patients into your practice. Pretty simple, isn't it? And there are many, many things that you can do to get new patients in. And here's some of them. And they're all in the book. Internal marketing is everything that you can do to keep your patients in your practice. Does that make sense? Different ways to market your practice. And there's the list. And so what I'm going to talk about tonight is a number of elements on this list. Obviously I can't talk about everything, but anything that I don't cover is in the book. So some practices say, so which should I be doing? What do you think? Both?
Everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you are one of those lucky practices that's got enough patients, doesn't need any more. Okay? You need to be attracting new patients in, and you need to retain your existing patients. Does that make sense?